existent even on the map to this day is a mine that is known as the Minería Mine. Now this mine is humongous and the highway goes right through it. So we're gonna get a first-hand, up close and personal look at what this mine is all about. Next stop, Minería Mine. Holy crap, this is insanity. What humans are capable of, literally moving mountains. Let's go see if we can get a better view. This is freaking cool. Welcome to the mighty Minería Mines. This is the largest copper mine in North America. There's literally no way to put into words the enormity of how big this place is. These dump trucks are huge, and you don't really realize the scale of it until you're able to see the little human driving inside there, and then that puts into proportion how big these things are. When you see them driving around the mine, they look microscopic, but when you realize how big those trucks are, once they make their way up to within eyeshot, then you realize how big this hole in the earth is right here below me. Copper was first discovered here in the Minería mining district back in 1873. In 1937 is when they started the open pit mining operations that we see going on here today. Between 1937 and 2019, this pit here behind me has produced 39.1 billion pounds of copper. This whole mining operation spans over 68,400 acres, about 80 square miles, and it employs 3,600 employees. Unfortunately, it's a major scar on the landscape here in eastern Arizona, but it's a vital part of our daily lives as we know it. Now, if we think about it, copper is an important part of our daily lives, from our electronics, our cameras, our computers, our phones, the wiring in our housing, in our cars, etc. Now this right here behind me is actually one of the beds off of these very dump trucks that we see swirling around down into the bottom of the pits and climbing high on top of these mountains. I'm gonna crawl inside it. You guys can get a perspective of just how big the beds of these trucks are and how much material they must be hauling if it's heaping, almost overflowing with material. Literally moving mountains. Now right here behind me is one of the tires off of these Caterpillar 793 haul trucks. And to put into perspective just how big this thing is, I'm gonna go over here and stand next to it. Now I'm right about 6 foot, and you're gonna see how tall this thing is compared to me. This is the 16-valve diesel motor that powers these dump trucks alone, just the motor. 16,500 pounds. To put into perspective, my whole entire Sprinter van weighs in at just about 10,000 pounds. 60 gallons of oil, that's a 50-gallon drum plus 10 more gallons just to lubricate this thing. And it also takes 150 gallons of coolant to cool this thing down as it's operating. Puts out 2,000 horsepower up and down these steep hills in and out of these mines. Pretty incredible.